Alright, hey guys, what's up, Kyle here, King of K-Pop. With a K-Pop topic. The topic we're going to talk about here is potential rookie and boy bands and rookie girl bands who've had to come out this year, who I think have potential to be popular or just very successful in K-Pop. So I have three boy bands here and three girls. Well, actually 4 girls, really. Now, two boy bands, I'm not going to mention on this list because I've mentioned them tons of times here on my own channel, as well as multiple duet vids I did with dual videos I've done with the Mr. K-Pop fan, and that's BAP and XO. BAP and XO are honorable mentions. XO is going to be huge, and BAP, they've already had just an incredible year, so no doubt about them. So they're the only exception I'm not going to use in this list because I've used them so many times. So starting off with the boy bands, I got to go with starting with number 3, Big Star. I think Big Star has potential to be a popular group. Maybe not as big as Big Bang, like what Brave Brothers is trying to make them out as, the second coming of Big Bang. Maybe not that. And I think because of that stigma, I think that's what's going to probably hurt them, and to a certain degree, to being household names. But I do see Big Star being just a popular group that has a pretty loyal fan base. If I was to give an example of what I mean, I'll use Teen Top, for example, because Teen Top are kind of group where they're not one of the main event hitters, so to speak, like a Big Bang or Shiny. But Teen Top have a very kind of like cult following, loyal fan base, and they're popular enough where they always stay relevant, and they make catchy songs, even if they may win very few to no awards at all on music shows. They're still able to stay relevant in the music scene, and people still enjoy their music and still like them and have that loyal fan base. I see Big Star being like that in the future. Now, if they ever become one of the major key players in the K-pop music scene in the future, that would shock me. But I do think that I think they will have some type of popularity and will stay around in the music scene and stay relevant. So number 2 for boy bands is New East. New East, I think, have a ton of potential. I didn't see it as much with their song Face. I thought Face was a lackluster debut song. I'm like, I'll give these guys a second chance, but they got to do something better than with their debut. And to me, they did. Action and the success of that album, Action, proved my theory right. They got it right the second time, and they just, I see tons of potential in them. Definitely, I would probably say I see potential in them being like a big, very successful 5-member boy band that we haven't had in a while. Most boy bands now come in at 6 to 7-member group number. So we haven't had a 5-member boy band since Shiny. B1A4, but I'm talking about, B1A4 was last year, and that's a 5-member boy band. But just still in comparison, I think they're going to be really popular with New East. And then number 1 is JJ Project. JJ Project just have just an amount of just energy. I think that's part of their charm. Is they're just very energy and energetic on stage. I mean, they're like kids, like filled with sugar. So I think JJ Project is going to be really big in the future. I think they're going to be. I see JJ Project as being one of those kind of artists where if you're just having like a down kind of like day, or you need to be energized or something, you watch their music video of theirs, or a live stage performance of them, and you just be rejuvenated with energy. I get that kind of feel from JJ Project. I think they're going to be one of those kind of like feel-good artists, make you feel good artists when you're kind of bit at the dumps or down. And going back to Big Star quickly too, they're another group I think that's very energetic. A lot of boy bands, you can say have best at rapping, dancing, choreography, so many other different things. But I've never really seen a boy band, or any group for that matter, who's just very energetic like Big Star. And I think that's part of Big Star's charm, as well as I think will be something that fans can get behind. Is they're very, very, very energetic. I mean, they're like the Energizer Bunny. They just keep going and going and going. And you see that a lot in their stage performances, especially with Hot Boy. So yeah, that's it for the boy bands. As for the girl bands, number 3, I got to go with 15 and. 15 and I think are going to be JYP's version of a Da Vinci. They're very, very, very popular. Not popular, but they have a nice, fan base for a duo, rookie girl group. They can sing really well, have tons of potential, so I have no doubt they're going to be big. Now, number 2 is kind of tied between 2 girl groups here, and that's with Hello Venus and AOA. Hello Venus, to me, I think, are going to be popular. They've made some cute, girly songs. As a matter of fact, I think they're going to come back, I believe, in November or December is when they make their comeback. But I think they're going to be one of those kind of groups to watch out for, where right now they're doing the very cutesy, girly image thing, but then slowly they'll probably make that transition into a more mature image in the future. And once they make that transition, you'll learn to appreciate it a little bit more, because you'll be like, okay, I got to see these group members when they were like, cutesy and stuff, and more, how you say, approachable or friendly, and then see them just kind of grow and just change into this aspect of this form. I think that'd be enjoyable for fans. And plus too, they're in the same record label as, not Lee Hoodie, Sundunbi and After School, and those are some sexy female artists there. So Hello Venus is bound to have a sexy concept one day. AOA, I really like AOA a lot. AOA, I probably say is my number, probably more so. I'll put them a little bit above Hello Venus. AOA is, I think, have tons of potential. To me, they remind me of various kind of girl groups, but the 2 that they remind me of the most is Kara. I get that Kara kind of like feel from them, and mixed with a little bit of Sonishide. What I mean about Sonishide, if you kind of go back to when Sonishide came out with the song G, and how G was just, that whole concept and everything about Girls' Generation, during that period, how they were just very bubbly and girly, and just like, just happy and stuff like that, happy-go-lucky, kind of like that. I get that feel from AOA. Like, when I look at AOA, I'm like, AOA reminds me of Sonishide in their G period, like that whole, like, lovable, characteristic kind of like thing. And then they also remind me of Kara, that fairy image like Kara. But another thing I think really makes AOA stand out is that all the members play instruments, and with them playing various instruments, you'll see in their live stage performances as well as in their music videos, they alternate when they're singing their songs or performing. They alternate between singing and dancing to singing and playing their instruments at the same time. And I think that's a really new, interesting take and concept, and something different we have not seen before in any variation of a group, whether it's a girl or female. So I think that alone itself is a different new concept that's going to make them stick out. And they're all very cute and sweet, and they have good, catchy music. So I like AOA. And then number 1 for me, I don't think people might not notice too much about it, but I think She's are going to be a group that's a ton of potential. She's, I think, are the sleeper. They're the ones that I think people aren't going to pay too much attention to at first. They're the dark horse of the race, the underdog. But I really see She's, I've made the comparison since day 1 when they came out earlier this summer. I made the comparison of how they reminded me a lot like Secret, where they came out with, when they debuted, they came out with a very good song for their debut, but because of, other artists in the K-pop music scene that were out in other popular songs that were getting notoriety at the time that they made their debut, they kind of get overlooked, so it's like, I heard about this girl group, Secret. They're great, but, we have Rain's come back here, and you have 4 Minute and Sonishide, and that was back then. That was like 3 years ago, and I kind of get the same thing with She's, where people are like, okay, yeah, She's, their song Call Me, that's a good song. They're pretty, but we've got this artist and this song, and we're doing this, that, and the other, and they kind of become a little bit of an afterthought. Not that they don't have the talent or anything, but just that they're going to get overlooked because of everything else in the K-pop music scene. It's so it's magnified in magnitude that they kind of become a bit of an afterthought. But I think I don't take that too much necessarily as a bad thing because I've looked at other girl groups like Secret, Sistar, who have been in the same position as what She's is going through right now, and I think that She's are going to have a slow build. I think right now people like them, but they're not paying too much attention to them until they slowly just gain that momentum. Because I mean, they've made good songs already from their debut song to their current single that they're still promoting, You You. Very cutesy, bubbly, energetic music. So they can do cutesy, bubbly, energetic music as well as they can do, very poppy and I want to say power. Yeah, they can do power pop kind of like songs too. So they're very versatile in different music, I think. So She's, I think, are going to be that girl group that everyone doesn't pay attention to at first, but they're just going to slowly gain that momentum and keep growing and growing and growing and gain some notoriety over the years to where they'll probably be like the next Secret or Sistar, and how those two groups are popular now. I see She's being the same way in the future. So who do you guys think are going to be potential to be popular or successful in the future of K-pop? And the rookies that I named on my list, or someone that I didn't mention, you put it in the comment box below. Subscribe. Peace.